have that glue sticking up. Center with these side seams.
Hello everybody, I've got Mr. David Perkins of High West with me, and today we're talking about the Whisky Jubilee and our second annual Whisky Jewbilee Festival bottling. Firstly, thank you, David. When Jason and I reached out to you to do this second bottling, we know you're a great guy and you're super nice, but we couldn't count on a yes, and when you were so excited to say yes and work with us, we just feel blessed and honored.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Fun to work with nice people.
So what I liked about it, just to give you guys a little bit of an insight on this, we wanted it to be a collaborative blend. And David is I like to think of you as a bit of a mad scientist. You're always looking to do fun and interesting stuff, obviously. Based on your bottlings as they come out. So I said, what do you think would be good? And you came out and you got excited about this new whiskey. I guess it's not new, but it's a whiskey that people don't really know about when it comes to blending. So I thought maybe you'd quickly go into what your idea was for the Jubilee bottling.
Well, yes, Joshua, there's a whiskey style out there called light whiskey. It's been around, I think, since the 60s. And it's the primary component of blended whiskey here in the United States. And in Scotland, they call it blended whiskey. And their version of light whiskey is called grain whiskey.
Yeah.
Same thing. Ours tends to be made with corn. Theirs can be made with wheat, rye, or corn, whatever's cheapest for them, really.
Mm-hmm.
But it's distilled to 94.5% ABV, which is just a 0.5% shy of Grangerville spirits or vodka, which is distilled to 95. But that 0.5% can actually, there's significant difference in flavor, believe it or not, and they tend to retain some of the higher, or the lower boiling point congeners. And this is called a batch light whiskey. And so they'll make a beer just like they do a beer for a bourbon. They'll run it through a beer still, and then they'll batch that through a pot still that has a column with, I think, about 30 plates. And
okay.
They just take a heads and tails cut. And, again, it's distilled to 94.5. And they put it in a used barrel, and I think the age of this was 10 to 11 years.
This was 12 years light
12
whiskey.
years, yeah,
12 years light whiskey.
And we bought a bunch of barrels just for fun, and again, a lot of the blended whiskeys can be quite beautiful.
Yeah.
But most blended whiskeys have about 10% straight, and when you dial up the straight, you can really make a nice product, and that's what you guys did. So.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a mix of the 12-year-old light whiskey, 8-year-old straight bourbon, and 6-year-old rye whiskey. And we blended it up. The ratios we won't talk about, but we bottled.
You did several different recipes.
Yeah, we did. We did. I want to say that there was more than a handful. More than a handful.
I remember a bunch of recipes. Yeah, this is really delicious. That light whiskey really adds this soft vanilla. And I get this white chocolate out of or cocoa. Like a cocoa and white chocolate out of the light whiskey. And so it kind of softens up the edges around the rye and the bourbon. So, really quite tasty.
I get this sort of creamsicle, orange creamsicle quality to it. It's that light citrus, almost tangerine or clementine.
Yeah, very fruity distillates that come from the MGP plant, the old Seagram's plant. The yeast has a really fruity nose to it.
Yeah.
So,
Let's give it a taste.
Good. I was waiting for you to say it. I'm really thirsty.
Now it's 121 proof, so
Yeah, it's a big. I really appreciate you guys kind of leaving it high.
Yeah.
It sure drives up the taxes, but the people that appreciate something this high proof really don't seem to mind that, and they love the. I mean, this could do a little bit of water, but even at this proof, it's quite enjoyable.
And it does take well to water.
Mm.
I wouldn't say it's a water wrap, but I don't think you need a lot of water if you want to kick down some of the heat. Me, I like full cast strength. So,
I knew you were macho the day I met you.
I've been trying to grow hair on my chest for a long time.
Well, that'll do it, but it doesn't taste like 120 proof to me. It is really delicious. And, great.
Cool.
Great fun product, Joshua. Congratulations.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Boy, that's just got spice and sweet.
That rye, like on the nose, you get that light whiskey with the hints of the bourbon. As soon as you taste it, that rye component kicks in.
Yeah.
And there's that spice.
Really nice, spicy. And the spice for me lasts a long time on the finish. So.
It's a drying finish, which I like.
Mm.
And then right at the end, some of that creamsicle that vanilla and citrus comes through right at the end. This is a lovely bottle.
Right on. Well, I'm glad you got to come out to visit us.
Yeah, me too.
I look forward to having you here a little more than a month when the weather's a little nicer.
Exactly, and having you at the Jubilee a week or two
less
before
than
that.
a month. That's right.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Yeah, you're going to be blending these three whiskeys up, or letting people play with them.
So that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
we'll let them so people get to create their own blends out of it.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Okay, fun. Yeah, taping that. Well, thank you, Joshua. It's fun to have you out.
Cheers. Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to work with such nice guys. Yeah.
Likewise.
Hope we keep it up.
I think we will.
It's a life well lived and enjoyed.